Thank you all for being here. After we did the chit chats and the introductions, let's get started with the Cat Collective Summit of January 2024. I do want to do these summits more often in this year, so this is a start. And let's get right into it. I was actually talking to the Cat Collective before, but we will bring him in today and see if they have any more questions. This summit is not yet live channeling, but the next collective summits I actually want to do some live Cat Collective channelings. So what I asked them was, what's 2024 all about? How do they experience the energies this year? Because the energies are different. I don't know whether you've noticed, but they are different. Every year carries a certain energy. So I asked them how the cats experience it, how they support us more this year. And as always, we're going to do, as I said, the meditation towards the end, or the second half is going to be about you. You can ask your cat what he or she wants you to know, and we will do some Q&A and some intuitive readings, and I will answer your questions. Okay, so let's get into, just first real quick, for those who don't know me, I am a cat whisperer. I'm an author, a healer, an intuitive, a starseed, and I'm an ascension guide, and I help cat lovers around the world awaken to their true selves through their cats, really. So I don't really want to go too deep into my story today because I think everybody who is on pretty much knows me or has recently found me. So I do share my story in other videos, but I always like to say in the beginning that everything I talk about, everything I share, comes directly from the cats themselves. I am not making anything up. I am not reading textbook knowledge about cats to you. I am not talking about the nitty-gritty detail stuff about cats. I do share higher knowledge from the cats, about the cats, and through the cats. And when I channel, or just real quick, I just wanted to be a cat psychologist, and I just wanted to make this a better world for cats and help people with their common cat problems. But my soul plan was different, and what came through was that I was to share the higher perspective and the higher purpose of cats. And they came through very strongly in channelings. And lately I've been channeling the Cat Collective. I work very closely with them, and I ask them questions. And they come through and they share everything from their perspective and from the higher perspective. So everything I share with you today comes from the cats, but also from the higher guidance. So let's talk about the Ascension real quick, and I think everybody who's on here probably knows what I'm talking about. The Ascension, the new Earth, the fifth dimension, the leap in consciousness, the expansion of consciousness. People call it different things. It's really the whole process that's going on right now, that humanity, is going to the next level of consciousness. We are understanding who we truly are. We see through the matrix and all the stuff that we've been programmed to see, and we understand we are so much more and so much bigger and so much more powerful than what we've been led to believe in the past. And let's just call it for now the Ascension. My guides like to call it the new Earth. I'm going to use both words today, but just know that there is nothing woo-woo about the Ascension. It's just basically the great awakening that's going on right now on this planet. And we all contribute, not just the humans, the cats also contribute. So how do they do that? The cats are naturally connected. They are cats, and yes, they have cat needs, and they like to purr and to sleep and to eat and do all the fun cat stuff that we know, right? But they are also really truly higher beings. And where they are ahead of us is that they are literally plugged into, they call it the sea of consciousness. And that's basically what contains all the wisdom in the universe. Some people call it source, some people call it God, source, love, cosmic consciousness, whatever you want to call it, Akashic records, or just anything with consciousness. I like to call it now, because the cats are using that term when I channel the cats, they call it the sea of consciousness. It's where everything, all the universal knowledge is contained. And they always tell me, they show me the picture that they are dipped into it, like they have a foot in that sea of consciousness. And that's how they know all these things that we can also tap into. Any one of you who has ever meditated, who has ever asked, any bigger questions about why the universe is this way, or why this happens, why that happens, then you are also tapping into that sea of consciousness. Or when you ask your spirit guides, you tap into that sea of consciousness. And the cats are naturally and always connected. And why? Because they don't have all that clutter in our head that we have, because we are always thinking, we're always here, we're always busy. Even the most spiritual of us, we still have earthly lives, right? So we're busy thinking and planning and doing all our earthly stuff and our daily human stuff. And the cats, they don't have all the mental clutter. I mean, they are thinking too. They're thinking beings, don't get me wrong, but they don't have all that emotional stuff going on that we have going on here, all that mental stuff. So that is why they are naturally connected to the universal wisdom, because they don't overthink it. They just feel it, and they just feel it, and they just know things. So that is why when you talk to your cat later, you might get really, really, answers, high universal wisdom from them, because they're naturally connected. Does that make sense? So in that sense, our cats are truly here to support us and to teach us, because they are these universal teachers. They know things that we don't know, because we could also know it, but we're too busy. So they are here to teach us. And interestingly, the cats or the animals actually call it the grand divine plan. They understand there's a grand divine plan at play here and unfolding beautifully. And that's what we humans call the Ascension. The animals that I talk to call it the grand divine plan. So I just want to share that. If you ever hear that, I want to share that with you. And the cats understand that there is this grand divine plan at play and unfolding. The cats know of their higher purpose, and they know that is why they know they're here to do something. They know of their soul plan or their higher soul purpose, and they understand that we are all part of this grand divine plan, and that is why everything is exactly as it should be. We humans, we tend to overthink things, and we say it shouldn't be like this, it should be different, this shouldn't be happening, this shouldn't be happening to me, I should be better and further along, I should be, I don't know, all these things, all the should haves and would haves and could haves that we humans are talking about. The cats are wiser than us. They know that everything is exactly as it should be. They know that we're exactly where we're supposed to be. So that is how they understand the grand divine plan, that things are unfolding naturally. Okay. That's just to set up how they know. I just want you guys to, especially those who are here for the first time, to understand where this wisdom that I'm about to share from the cats is coming from, because they're just so in tune with the universe and everything that's happening. So what is the cat's contribution to the ascension or to the grand divine plan here on Earth? 3 things. They are here to bring in the love and the joy frequencies. And anyone who has ever been around a cat that's joyfully playing, or walking through the grass and just being in the moment, just being in the now, and just lying there purring, or walking around, running around, and enjoying things with all their senses, cats are just naturally in the joy frequencies. They're also in the love frequencies. I mean, just look at your purring cat, or the way your cat looks at you, or the way your cat loves you. They are naturally in the love and joy frequencies, and they're actually here in this grand divine plan. They are here to anchor in the love and joy frequencies on the planet. They're not the only ones, by the way. They said the dogs are also here to bring in the love frequencies, but they're specifically here to anchor in the joy frequencies. So that's what they do in the Ascension. They also act as tuning forks for us, so we can also get more into the love and joy frequencies. And remember, I said we are always here, right? We have all this mental stuff going on, all the thoughts and all the stuff that we have to do, and all our plans and our human dramas and stuff. And we forget to be in the love and joy frequencies because our daily life, right? I mean, takes a lot out of us, and these are exhausting times we live in, right? So we are not naturally in the love and joy frequencies, and the cats are with us. They live with us. They come into our lives to attune us to that. So when you just, and that's why they bring us in the moment. That's why sometimes they scratch us or they walk across our keyboard. They tell us to get away from the computer, take a break, and have more love and joy, right? So they attune us to the love and joy frequencies. They act as our tuning forks. It's their second job. I mean, they go hand in hand, those two jobs, but really these are their two jobs in what they contribute to the grander plan. And also, of course, they're supporting us on a personal basis. They're with us. They have their personal purposes with us. For those who don't know or don't have my booklet, The 10 Cat Archetypes, I strongly recommend you download the booklet and read through the 10 cat archetypes. That explains what your cat's job is with you, what your cat does for you on an individual personal basis. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. All right. So now I don't want to talk and talk and talk. Let's just close our eyes for the moment. Let's tune into the cat collective and into your cats. I just want you to close your eyes for a moment and just put your feet on the ground and just breathe. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths. And then just in your mind, calling your cats. Imagine your cats coming in, sitting around you, or physically call them in, or feel them around you. Just feel their personalities coming in. I feel a lot of cats coming in now. And then let's ask the cat collective to come in. You might feel it as a warm, fuzzy feeling now, or like 1,000 cats coming in purring. You might just get a feeling of love, of joy, a very cat-like feeling of cat-like energies coming in. If you don't feel it, that's fine. They're still coming in for all of us, and they're saying they're very happy and they're very honored to be part of this call or to be the centerpiece of this call. And they welcome each and every one of you, whether you're here live or in delayed replay. They're so honored that they get these summits and they get to have a say and that they get to channel, and they love you all so much and they're happy to be here. Okay, so you can open your eyes. I just want to get you into the mood, into the feeling, and get the cat collective to come in so you can feel everything I'm going to share now with you is also a vibratory experience. It's not just the words that I'm saying, just feel the feeling behind them and how truly the cats love us, humanity, and how truly your cats love you. Just see it as a vibratory experience and hear and feel and get the messages of the cats with all your senses. That's what they're asking you to do. All right, so just for a moment, let's not talk about cats. Let's talk about the year 2024. I really wanted to know from my higher guidance, but also from the cats, and they kind of go hand in hand when they channel in. I asked, what is 2024 all about? So they said 23. First of all, I asked what was 23 about. I mean, the year when it was changes and lots of turmoil on a world scale, of course. So I asked what was it about? And this is what my higher guidance channeled for me. They said 2023 was a year of clearing old energies, of old topics resurfacing, of reconfiguring your life. It was about finding your place in the grand scheme of things and getting going in the right direction. This is for not just for me, this is for everybody here. So they say it was about starting new ventures, moving to a new place, or getting into the line of work that you want to be in. It was a year of aligning with your soul's purpose, and it was a year of just getting going. And I just want you to feel in for a moment, what was 23 like for you? I mean, for me, I literally moved to a new place. I literally finally made the jump from Europe to the US. I've been wanting to do that for 20 plus years, and I finally did it last year. So for me, it's very much true. It was very much of just leaving the old behind and jumping feet forward into the new, and realigning your values, realigning your life, realigning everything. It was also old topics resurfacing, old emotional stuff coming back up, yes, for me, but also for a lot of people that I worked with, a lot of friends, family, a lot of clients that I worked with, old topics resurfacing. So if that was like for you, maybe I'm going to look in the chat real quick just to see if this is rings true for you guys. The chat, absolutely true. New job, new outlook, awakening, very true. Absolutely true for me. Had to move, finally able to do it. Transfer to a new job. Perfect. Came to my spiritual awakening. Perfect. Good. I was definitely found my path, all those things, old stuff, hopefully final resolution, move, new job, new lifestyle. Perfect. See? Good. So we're on the same wavelength here. Realigned my values, moving forward, retired. So lots of changes. Good. Okay, perfect. So you'll be happy to hear that I asked, what is 2024 going to be about? And they said, and don't get thrown off by this. First, they said 2024 is more of the same for those people who did not yet get everything on track last year. But it's more for them to explore their place in history, where they need to be. So for those of you that feel that they are not yet aligned, or that they are not there yet all the way, so for those, it's going to be a continuation this year, or let's say, coming to fruition this year. Whatever has started in all of these changes and realigning and everything, if you're still in that process, then know that it's going to continue a little bit for you until you are aligned. And they said for others, it's a year of exploration and how they're settling into their new role and this new world that has been created within you and within humanity, and within this wonderful planetary being that we shall call the new Earth from now on. So my guides are setting here the stage where we're going to talk about the new Earth from now on, not the Ascension. So again, and just to recap, last year was about getting going, about cleansing your field, adjusting your trajectory, adjusting to the new Earth timeline. And this year is for, if you're not all the way aligned yet, it's more of the same until you have cleared your old topics. And for those of you who have done the work, it's about fine-tuning it now. It's about fine-tuning our path and fine-tuning your endeavors and fine-tuning your creations. Does that make sense? Just checking in real quick. Exploring everything. Good to know. I like that. Cool. True for me. Still in the process. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes, I would love to fine-tune my animal communication skills. Well, Judy Ann, I do have a class. Check it out, Feline Soul Academy. I do have a class for animal communication, so you're welcome to look at that. So I think it sounds very promising too. I feel that things are, I mean, the year is only a month old, but I already feel that things are well in motion and things are moving forward, and it's much smoother than it was last year for me. So I do feel these energies, and I was very happy that they actually confirmed that today for me when I just channeled this earlier today. All right, so I asked, what about our outer world? What about our global trajectory, right? Because we still see all this conflict going on, and we see all that stuff still on a global scale. So I said, what about that? When is that going to change? And the answer was, and this is channeled again, the outer world will change after we change our inner worlds. And of course, we all know that, right? That makes sense, but we're all impatient. We do want to see the outer changes, right? So I want to go a little bit deeper. And then they said, when So for 24 on a global scale, they said when enough humans are adjusting their inner state to a state of more peace, calm, and love, then the outer world will follow suit. And of course, it makes so much sense, right? So it's so, so important. I want to share that. I mean, it wasn't directly part of the CAT summit today, but I really want to share that because we're still in the beginning of the year. And it's so important to watch our own emotions and motions and our own actions and thoughts and feelings, right? Because how can we see a world out there that is peaceful and calm if we are carrying still anger or unrest within us, right? We're angry with some people, we're angry with how things go sometimes. And unless we clear that within us, unless we feel the peace and the calm and the love within us, we can't really create it together as humanity. So it makes so much sense, right? It's just a reminder of how important it is to create that calm and peace within us. And then they said, and this was interesting, they said, we don't want to put a fixed time frame bit behind this, but we see this coming around 27, 28. You'll see the peace on Earth creeping in more so than happening overnight, but it all has to do with the inner state of humanity and the tipping point. And I thought that was a really hopeful message, and that was not from the cats, that was from the higher guidance, and dipping into that sea of consciousness, right? But I want to share it with you because it gives hope that all that unrest and all the division that we see right now on the global scale, yes, it will continue for a while longer. But the key to it is to find the calm and the peace and the love within us. And only then it will start happening on the outside. So I have to say, I did hope for them to say in 25, 26, we'll see all that peace happening, right? But they gave me that time frame, but I see it as that'll be the tipping point where we will see the peace actually happening. So when they say the peace on Earth will be creeping in, that means it can happen this year. It can creep in slowly, slowly, slowly over the next few years and unfold. And then by 27, 28, hopefully it'll be the tipping point where there is no more conflict or where we see more peace and love than conflict, right? So I thought that was a very empowering message, and that's why I want to share it with you. Is there anything that you guys want to comment on real quick? Very hopeful. Sometimes I get overwhelmed by the chaos going on in the world. Yes, I know, right? Big shifts. Deb says, I'm studying human design at 27 is huge. Well, thank you for confirming. I love that. Catherine says, I've heard that from so many channels this year, so much validation. Thank you, Catherine. I have actually not heard it from other channels. So I always love to hear validation. Thank you for confirming. Big shifts, nice Deb. Okay, cool. All right, so moving on, we do want to get to the cats, right? You guys are all here for the cats. So let's move on to my 3 questions for the cat collective specifically now. And yes, there will be higher guidance there too, but specifically want to hear about the cats now, right? So I asked them, my first question was for the cats specifically, how do you feel humanity right now? How do you feel we're doing? How do you perceive the state of humanity right now? And that was yesterday, I think. So the cats were saying we are very much aware of how humans are going through changes and tough times right now. Or let's say some people feel that they are in rough waters. Others are further on their journey and things are smoothing out for them. Validation, what was shared earlier, right? That some are still in the thick of it and some are moving out of it. The cat said, we also know that you are all exactly where you need to be, and you're all progressing on your soul path the way you should. If it feels rocky or difficult, it's because old patterns, childhood programming, or karmic imprints are popping back up. So they can be worked through and let go for good. Also validation, what was shared from my other higher guidance. So this is the cat collective now, mind you. And they are dipped in that sea of consciousness, right? So the cats say further, we witness a surge of old issues popping back up among our humans, see above, but we also witness more joy and happiness in our humans this year. We also know that everyone is accompanied by their cat companions, and we cats will do what we can, whatever we can, to help our humans through their journey, whether it's a rocky journey or a smooth journey. We understand that this is more than cats would normally know, yet we are now dipped into the sea of consciousness, and this higher consciousness is flowing through us as we are saying this. They then went on to say, but it's also the cat's conscious knowing, from their cat perspective now, that they are witnessing something grand and extraordinary happening, that humans are more awake than ever, more conscious than ever, that they are here for something grand and great. We cats understand that humans are here to contribute their gifts and their beingness, to create a great world for everyone. And we are proud to be part of it, proud to serve, proud to be here when our humans step up and expand their consciousness and become the best version of themselves. Oops. So there you go. That's how they perceive us right now. They understand we are here for something bigger. They understand we're waking up. And they understand that we are all exactly where we need to be. So that leads into my second question. How are the cats stepping up their efforts and helping us, right? Because they just said they were happy to serve and happy to be with us. So how are they stepping up into that task? So they say, and again, mind you, this is the dip, they dipped into that sea of consciousness. So they know about the solar flares. They're saying as we experience the solar flares or the energy or magnetic field on Earth shifting, we cats can feel how everything is vibrating faster, higher, more powerfully. We can see and feel the energies heightening, and in a good way. Everything changes in vibration. The animals around us, the humans around us, the plants around us. Everything in nature seems to be in a higher and more intense state of flow. We cats can feel it more than humans, as we're very much attuned to nature and energies. So the last sentence, I think, is very important because, as I said, even cats in their conscious mind, in their day-to-day business, basically, they feel the energies heightening. They feel that things are different. They feel when we are flowing more. They feel when nature and everybody around them is flowing more. So again, they're not here in their conscious mind. They're here in their heart, and they just feel these things. So that is why they are. See. Going back to how they support us, they say we'll be helping our humans evolve more than before. How? By being our true selves. We'll be there more for you than before. We'll step up our unique ways of supporting you. And I don't know about you guys, but my cats are hanging around me all the time right now. And I'm going to go to the chat for this one real quick. My cats, for the last 4 to 6 weeks, I would say probably since Christmas or so, they hang out with me all the time. And they used to hang out with me before, but they're always seeking to be close to me. They sleep with me every night, both of them cuddled all night long. They can't wait for me to go to bed so we can go and snuggle. And it's not that they don't do that usually, but they're doing so much more than before. They're always around us. They're sitting with me when I work. They are always around me. So they are truly stepping up their efforts in being around me. And I would love to know whether you have seen or felt anything different from your cats. Yeah, same here. Yes, I cannot get away from them. That's funny. I have 3, and yes, they're always around me in a triangle cuddling, right? Mine are more than normal too. Most nights I have at least 6 or 7 cats in bed with me. Quite unusual. I hope you have a large bed. Same here. Okay, my cat practically drags me upstairs to bed. Exactly. Yep, that's how I feel. Leon will jump up and down and sit there and meow until I go to bed. So absolutely, thank you guys for validating that. My Charlie's more close and more sassy. Claire, as Sylvie, I just learned of you 2 hours before the seminar. I listened to 2 other podcasts and media resonate with all your messages. I have 2 cats, Carmel and Noah. Very happy to be here. Welcome, Claire. Welcome. This is your first webinar here. Love it that you found your way here. Catherine says, my mother has been telling me that they started cuddling more. I've been isolated from my cats lately. I'm so sorry to hear that, but good to know they're cuddling more, increasing. I saw him passed 6 months ago. So sorry to hear that. He meowed me awake. He's become my guide. Thank you. Yes, he is there from the other side. Absolutely. Judy Ann says, my mom was very sick and my cats were suddenly glued to me, tuning in. Absolutely. My cat is super snuggly, lots around me. healing purring session for my husband. Oh, I love that. Thank you guys for confirming. Yes, absolutely. So they are, and pretty much I can pinpoint it to since Christmas, so or especially this year. So yes, absolutely. They feel and they know that they have to support us more. So, and here we go into the 10 cat archetypes. So if you don't know of the 10 cat archetypes yet, I categorized basically cats into 10 archetypes, the 10 main purposes that they have with us, and that's what the cats are explaining here. So let's go back to the channeling. They said we'll step up our unique ways of supporting you, and meaning they said the healer cats will be of a higher healing quality. The energy worker cats will work more overtime to cleanse their homes and their families. The lovers will ooze more love. The joy bringers will be funnier and cuter than ever. The mirror cats will reflect even more of your emotional states and issues, showing you where you are still affected by your old stuff, and so on and so on. So whatever your cat's purpose is with you, just know or feel in or just, just become aware of it, that they will probably be stepping up their behaviors or their ways of supporting you. And yes, even the mirror cats or the teacher cats, they are sometimes quite, can be challenging to have a mirror or a teacher cat because they teach us about us, right? About stepping up our stepping up our journey or stepping into our power. They might be pushing you more. The mirror cat might be pushing you more. The teacher cat might be pushing you more. That means they see that you still have unresolved issues, and the teachers and the mirrors will push you to address these issues in yourself. See, as in anything that's not resolved yet will come up until it can go. So just know that each one, whatever wonderful task your cat has with you, they are and they will be stepping it up this year. That's how they support us more. And then they kind of summarize it. They say, we cats do all of this in an effort to attune you, our humans, to the highest frequencies there are, love and joy, so you can step into your purpose and be you. In short, we cats are being more of who we are so that you can be more of who you are or who you are more prone to be. I think that was quite wonderful, the way they summed it up. And again, if you don't have the 10 cat archetypes yet, please download it. It's a Feline Soul Academy. Let me go to the chat real quick to see if you resonate with that. So sweet and generous. My cat has always been super cuddly. I have a healer cat. Maria says, oh, I have a healer cat. Love that. Teacher cat, definitely. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. My Charlie's a love bug. Love that. So you're so lucky to have a lover cat. But the mirrors and the teachers, they're so important to us. So not to belittle them. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Question number 3 and last question. I asked again, I always ask, what is it that you want us to know? So what do we humans or do we cat lovers need to know most right now at this point in time? Or what's the number one message that you want to give us and the number one thing you want us to do? And they were very clear in that. They said, be you, be yourself. It's the most important task you have right now. Humans, we're talking about us. Just be yourself with all your happiness and all your joy endeavors, but also with all of you that is different or quirky or not fitting in. That's what will bring forth your new society. You all standing in your power and being your individual, unique selves. And I thought that was so important because I work with so many people who are healers or who want to become healers or who are stepping into their power and want to bring, something new work out into the world. And a lot of us have these preconceived notions about, I don't know if anybody wants to hear it. What will my parents think? What will my friends think when I come with all the woo-woo stuff now? I'm doing these new things and I used to be a down-to-earth person and now I have spiritual messages. And will people think I'm crazy? Will people think will people not like me anymore? Is it too far out there what I'm sharing? And it's so important that we are who we are. And it's so important that we share what wants to come through us, even if it's woo-woo, even if it's too far out there, even if you have never done spiritual work before and you think your coworkers will think you're crazy, or your family will think you're crazy. It doesn't matter. Do your thing. Do you. Do what comes through you. Share what wants to come through you. I mean, if you had asked me 5 years ago that I would be channeling messages from the Cat Collective or from my Lyran star family, and I would talk about cats being star seeds, and there's feline ETs out there being, star beings and everything, and that cats were seeded here from our, I would have thought, not in a million years will I talk about these things. What would people think about me? What would my coworkers and friends think about me? Crazy stuff, right? And but it needs to come through me. It wants to come through me. And now I'm at this point where I say, you know what? That's just, if it's not for you, then if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you, right? I'm sharing the information, and I touch a nerve in so many people out there, and that gives me so much confidence in continuing to share this information. And are my previous coworkers thinking that I'm crazy? Maybe, if they even still follow me. I quit my job a long time ago. I think I'm going to the 7th year now or something, of doing this work and not being in my previous work anymore. I was working in a normal, regular environment. And I think if any of my coworkers hears my stuff now, what happened to her? That's so weird, right? It doesn't matter. It needs to be shared. And if something wants to come through you, no matter how far out there it is, no matter how woo-woo it is, go and share it. People need to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it. And that's why I'm reading it again, because I think this is so important. So the main message the cats have for us is, be you. That is the most important task you have right now. Just be yourself with all your happiness and joy endeavors, but also with all of you that's different or quirky or not fitting in. That is what will bring forth your new society. That's the new earth we're going into, guys. You all standing in your power and being your individual, unique selves. And then they said it might sound contradictory, but this will help you get into the state of oneness. And there's so much talk about being the state of oneness in the spiritual circles, right? And sometimes you see about being an individual. What's the message here? Am I supposed to be an individual, or are we supposed to be one? And they see it as a puzzle. They say, as you experience it, it might sound contradictory, but this being in your uniqueness will help you get into the state of oneness as humanity. As you experience everyone as a unique fingerprint, an individual soul with an important piece of the puzzle, the whole will come together in a magnificent way. So see this Ascension project or the New Earth project or this oneness that people are talking about, that spiritual circles are talking about, see it as a tapestry or as a puzzle. And a puzzle, the interesting thing about a puzzle is that every single piece is unique. There are no two pieces that are different, that are similar. I'm sorry. There are no two pieces that are the same. So just see you being you is a piece of the puzzle that we need to complete the whole, right? And with everything that you have to share, quirky or not quirky, fitting in or not fitting in, it needs to be shared. All right. So how do you resonate with that? Just checking the chat real quick. Thank you. Give me hope. Thank you. Authentic, just like a role model for us. Thank you. Laura says, I can honestly say that my cats have been so much happier ever since I started on my path. For me, if my cats are happy, then that's all that matters. Thank you for confirming. Thank you for giving us courage to be our authentic selves. Very positive and helpful. Thank you, guys. Resonates. Okay, cool. All right. Yes. I mean, if you had asked me 5, 6, 7 years ago that I would ever do this, I would not in a million years would have put myself out there and talk about cats being higher beings. And here we are. So, to conclude this, the cat said, we cats are masters in being ourselves. And isn't that true, right? I mean, who is more authentic and more in their power and more themselves than a cat? They will do whatever it is they want to do. They will not try to fit in. They will not try to please anyone. Cats are just being themselves, not like a dog. A dog will try to please you. A cat will say, I don't have to please you. I'm me, right? Most cats, at least. When cats stand in their power, they will not try to please you. They are masters in being themselves. So they said, we cats are masters in being ourselves. We want you to also not worry about what other people think of you or what you put out there. Not worry about what other people think of what you put out there. That's how they mean it. Let them explore it and find it, and it will open them up to their own best work and ideas. So whatever it is that wants to come through you guys, put it out there. And the cats finished by saying, and then you can all come together as a whole and admire each other's work and help each other out in your unique ways. And there's your new society, born in a consciousness of sharing and caring and being there for each other, as in exchanging services and supporting each other. And then this is the last message that came through, and this is from a higher guidance now. They concluded this chapter by saying, this is what the new Earth frequencies is all about, supporting life on this planet through an equilibrium of services, born out of happiness and love and joy for the sheer love of being alive and sharing this beautiful planet and its resources together in a mindful and thoughtful and loving way. So there you go, guys. And this is what we're steering into. This is what the new Earth is all about. And it's not going to be so much about I need to make money and I need to do something that I don't like so I get money so I can buy stuff that I need to survive. We are all going into this new Earth, into this new world where we will all do what we love. We will all share our gifts, our experiences, our services. And I don't know where the financial system is going, and I don't want to, to make any predictions here. But basically, what they said is we're going to a society of sharing, where we're sharing services with each other, kind of going back to how it used to be before money became such a big deal, right? We're sharing services, and everybody's sharing the service that they're best at, that they're good at, and that they love doing. And that's going to be the new world, the new Earth. And I love that. I thought that was such a hopeful message. Check in real quick, and then love this frequency, love and joy. Jasmine said cats are unapologetically themselves. That makes them our teachers just by default. Absolutely. Christy says they're the best examples of authenticity. Exactly. Cats are the epitome of honesty. Yep, absolutely. So, well, as I said, this is going to be a vibratory experience. So I know that all of this vibrates at a different, at a certain level, and I would just like for you to just let all this sink in. And that's really the messages that I wanted to share today. And we're going to now go into the more interactive part. I just want you to know you can always tune into your cats for guidance. And I know some of this sounds like it doesn't come from cats, but it really does. It really comes through them. And they are, when they channel these messages, yes, they're in a higher state, but they are really wise beyond their appearance. They are wise beyond their years. Some cats are very awake, very wise. Some cats are more cats, as in, more earthly, spirited cats. Yes, they do like the hunt and the play and the sleep and all these things that have more earthly tasks to do. Those are more the supporters and the joy bringers. And then there are others that are really super highly intelligent. They're much more intelligent than you think a cat would be. Those are the teachers and the guides and the healers and some energy workers. And they are truly, really magnificent to have. And no, you can always tap into your cat for guidance. I do have on my websites, on my Feline Soul Academy site, I have several free meditations where you can tap into your cat. I have classes in animal communication where you can, go more into depth, but I do have a lot of free meditations where you can tap into your cat, and we're going to do one now. And you can always do this. You can always ask your cat for guidance. Because they know, believe me, they know. They live so closely with us. They're so in tune with us. They feel all our emotions. They can read our thoughts. They know what, when we're agonizing over a decision or over a topic or something. They know when we're emotionally not balanced. They know when we are still gnawing away at old stuff that's eating us up from the inside. They just know. They feel, they know. So they are your best, I would say they are your best psychologists, truly. Before you go to a psychologist or a therapist and spend a lot of money, talk to your cat and ask them what's wrong with you and ask them what you need. your cat will know. I promise you, your cat will know what you need. And you have your best coach or therapist or psychologist right next to you on your couch.